This is an audio-described film of the recommended walk-in route between St Pancras Station and the proposed new home for Moorfields Eye Hospital and UCL's Institute of Ophthalmology. This audio-described film starts with an image of the exit from St Pancras Station on Midland Road when viewed from across the road. The station building has a steel and glass facade which extends a long way down Midland Road. It's a large building. The doors have full-height glazing with a central transom bar, and the paving outside is level. This first image shows that upon exiting the building, there is a very wide crossing just a few metres directly in front of you. A row of silver bollards about waist height mark the edge of this very wide zebra crossing, which is 2 to 3 car lengths across, approximately 10 metres. The road crossing has black and white zebra bands. The proposed green line on the pavement will start from the exit. It is likely to be approximately 100 mm across, that's the width of a house brick approximately, and will be similar in appearance to the green line provided at the existing Moorfields Hospital on City Road. The image shows that there is currently red tactile warning surface on the ground in an L shape, both sides of the crossing. There is no central island, and it's approximately 3 vehicles width across with a cycle lane on the far side. The crossing is not currently controlled with lights, but it used to be. We have requested this becomes a controlled crossing again in our discussions with Transport for London. The green line will not be painted to the road surface, but will start and end at the edges of the tactile warning surfaces and at the start and end of all crossings. After crossing the road, we turn to the right to begin our journey northwards down Midland Road. The pavement has smooth paving slabs in pale pink, cream and grey. The surface is very wide and level, and it is bordered on your left by a long row of silver bollards. These mark the edge of a plaza in front of the Francis Crick building, a large modern building with a pale red facade. Within the plaza, close to the Crick's building's grey columned entrance, stands the Paradigm, which is one of the largest sculptures in London. It is 14 metres high and made of weathered steel, which has a reddish bronze appearance in the sunlight. Midland Road is one way, so as you walk along, cars come towards you on your right. Between the cars and the pavement is a cycle lane. There are street lamps and signposts on the pavement which are positioned near the curb. As you move past the plaza, there are bench seats and cycle racks on the left, with large white planters containing trees. You are now approaching the intersection with Brill Place. There is blistered tactile warning surface at the dropped curb on both sides of the road, and you need to cross over to continue your journey up Midland Road. As the crossing gets nearer, cyclists pass in front of you. A controlled crossing has been requested here. After crossing Brill Place, the corner of the pavement is very wide. We may introduce some additional seating here. The pavement then narrows, but is still a good width, exceeding 2 metres. Some of the lampposts and signposts are inset from the curb, but there is still good clearance width remaining. On your left is a low wall, just a few bricks high, topped with black railings, behind which there are small trees and some shrubs. The railings on your left are then replaced with a very high red brick wall, which continues straight for many metres before veering off to the left, making the pavement wider for a short section. We may also consider seating here as the wall steps back. The red brick wall projects forwards again and reduces the pavement width. This is the start of a row of red brick antique stores. With the antique stores on our left, on our right there is the first of 2 sets of pedestrian-controlled traffic lights, and beyond that, in the distance on the right, is the underpass through St Pancras. We continue straight on. The L-shaped red blister tactile extends full width across the pavement, which we can feel underfoot as we pass. At this point, Midland Road becomes Pancras Road, but there is no change of direction and we continue our journey in a straight line. We pass, but do not cross, at a second set of pedestrian-controlled traffic lights. A lay-by now encroaches onto the pavement, creating a narrower stretch of paving for a few car lengths before widening again. As we approach the end of the antique stores, the cycle lane partially cuts into the pavement to create a bus island, so the pavement here is a little narrower again. At the end of the antique stores, the pavement steps back again against the last 20 metres or so of high red brick wall. This is another area where seating could be provided as a rest point. We approach another crossing point at the junction to Cheney's Place. Just like the earlier crossing at Brill Place, this also has dropped curbs with buff-coloured blister warning surface, and again we have asked TfL to change this to a crossing with lights. We continue straight ahead, crossing over this minor road junction with Cheney's Place to continue our journey. When we reach the other side, on the left there is a wooden bench seat with arms placed against a thigh-high brick wall which continues for a long time on this part of the route. On our right is a zebra crossing. St Pancras Gardens is on the opposite side of the road. This crossing has a red L-shaped tactile warning surface, and in the middle of the pavement, between the bench and the crossing, is the first of a row of 11 large trees set at wide intervals apart, each tree sitting within a square bed of soil which is almost level with the pavement. We do not cross here, we continue straight on. We will be recommending that visually impaired pedestrians keep to the left-hand side of the pavement along this stretch to avoid the trees in the middle. A thigh-high brick wall runs along the left side of the pavement, which may be helpful to long cane users. As we pass the last of the 11 trees, the brick wall veers off to the left. Just a few metres after this, we reach another crossing on our right, which will take us to the other side of the road. This has red blister tactile surface, with the L extending across most of our path. The crossing has zebra markings. We have requested this crossing to become a pedestrian-controlled crossing too. As we cross the road, immediately in front of us is a red brick house. St Pancras Park can be seen on the right of the house through the railings. It has tall and very wide black gates with gold detailing, and this is just one of the entrances to the park. As we finish crossing the road, we turn left to continue our journey, leaving the park gates behind us. On this side of the road, the pavement is a little narrower, but is still over 2 metres or 6 foot wide. On our immediate right as we walk along, and stretching into the distance, is a waist-height buff brick wall supported with intermediate brick pillars. The pillars are buff to waist height and then red brick above that. The wall in between is topped with black wrought iron railings, and on the left of the pavement is the cycle path and the road beyond that. As we move along, there are 2 trees on the edge of the path ahead. By keeping to the right, it's easy to avoid the trees, which are each set in a small soil bed lying flat with the pavement. Although the pavement narrows around the trees, 2 to 3 people can easily pass on the remaining pavement area. As we approach the corner, the railings stop and a solid high brick wall continues. This is above head height. The bricks are buff up to thigh height and the red brick above that. A buff coping stone sits between the 2 brick colours. We follow the path around the corner, continuing our journey on this side of the pavement and following the curve of the red brick wall on our right. Fixed to the wall is a white sign. This has an NHS logo and indicates that we are approaching the St Pancras Hospital site. We've now left Pancras Road and are on St Pancras Way. On the right-hand side of the pavement, the brick wall now becomes red brick pillars with wire mesh between them, and on our left, at the road edge, is a dark green utilities box. Ivy is growing through the wire mesh between the tall brick pillars, creating a lush green wall on our right for a while, before it becomes a solid brick wall to a high level again. The pavement is quite narrow, but sufficient for 2, perhaps 3 people to pass one another. This is still a one-way street with traffic moving towards us and passing on our left, separated by a cycle lane. On the opposite side of the road, there are residential flats with a red brick facade at high level and with inset balconies facing the street. On our immediate right is the current entry to the St Pancras Hospital site, the proposed site for Oriel's Eye Health Centre. This site will be partially redeveloped to become a new home for Moorfields Eye Hospital and UCL's Institute of Ophthalmology. Our journey ends here. We hope this audio-described film of the proposed Green Line route has been helpful. You can find out more about the proposals for the new Oriel Eye Health Centre by emailing us at moorfields.oriel@nhs.net or checking out our website www.oriel-london.org.uk/get-involved/. Thank you. Information is available in a number of formats, including easy read, large print and tactile. We look forward to hearing from you very soon.